So at present, we will practically solve example number 1 given in your textbook on page number 286. Example 1, program to illustrate the compile time initialization of one-dimensional array. Now, in this example, first thing, we will practically first create a one-dimensional array. Now, to create a variable of integer data type, I have to write keyword int, that you all know. Then I give the name of the variable. What name should I give? Number. Number is the name of the variable. How many values I want to store? 5. So I write here 5. Integer number 5. Okay. Now it is given in the comment that program to illustrate the compile time initialization. Now see, there are two types of this thing. Either runtime, you can initialize the values. You can give the value. Runtime means the user will be able to enter the values. Another thing is compile time. When compiling thatu joy, that time you can assign the values. So in this example, we will give the values as soon as the variable is declared. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. I give these values as per the textbook. You can see here. Now, next question which can arise in your mind is that these many values are assigned, okay, to this array variable number. But if you want to see these values, then what to do? Then you know how to display the values using printf. Printf %d comma name of the variable, that is number. But this is array variable, so in square bracket you will have to write. Now suppose if you want to see the value 20, then 20 is at 1 position. See, 10 is at 0 position, 20 is at 1 position, 30 at 2nd position, then 3rd and 4th position. So if I type here 2, then which value will be displayed? Answer me. 2nd position is koi chhe? 30. First one is at 0 position of number. Okay. So here it will display 30. I run the program and show you. It is showing me errors. Declaration syntax error. What error? What mistake? Eh? Correct, my dear. So it is displaying 20 since I had written 1, right? If I write here 0, then it will display 10 and so on. Now, if you want to see all the 5 values, then you will have to write the printf for 5 number of times. Am I right? Instead of writing this thing, in the previous chapter we had learned that we can make the use of loop. Okay, when we want to repeat the same action again and again, we can make the use of loop. So here I will make the use of loop. So for running the loop, I require a variable. So I am taking integer variable I, for example. Here I am taking integer variable I. I run the for loop. For I is equal to which value you want to show first? Lying at 0 position. So I write here I is equal to 0. Which is the last value which you want to show? Lying at 5th position, that is 4th position. 0th we start, so 4th position. I less than 5. Then I plus plus. Okay. So for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Like this way we write. Then what will happen? Just see. I put this thing inside the curly brackets. What will be the output? You see, it will display again 10, 10, 10 4, 5 times. Just see. It will not display 10, 20, 30, 40. What is it displaying? 10 only. It's displaying 10, 10, 10 for so many number of times. Okay. I leave space in between so that you can read the thing clearly. 10 and 10 are getting touch with each other. So I leave a space here. Then I run the program. So it is displaying 10, 10, 10. I want to display 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So for that purpose, this 0 should not be constant. When the loop runs for the first time, it should be 0. Second time, it should be 1. Third time, it should be 2. Right? So like that way. So here we take 0 is constant, right? 0 is constant, it remains constant every time. So I take the variable name variable I. Now just see. You know that just now I is 0. So it will display 0 position. Then I plus plus. So I at first position, right? Can you see? So now it is displaying 10, 20, 30, 40 because we replaced the constant with variable, and like this way you can use the for loop to display the value lying in single dimensional array. Second thing, example number 2, it may be given, I will just check.
બધા પ્યુન્સ ઓફિસમાં આવી જાઓ અત્યારે.
Now next example which is given in your textbook is showing that how to take the values from user. I don't go to another example in this only. Here I have initialized this thing, right? Instead of that I take the value from the user. So how to do that? Here I just declare the variable number, okay, into bracket 5 square bracket. So this thing. Now I need to run another loop. So I declare another variable j. Then I put here 4 into bracket j is equal to 0. J less than 5. J plus plus. Okay, like 4 only, same thing we type here. And here, each time when loop runs, we give a printf and we use the scanf function to scan that value. So I give a printf. Enter the number. I put a slash n in between before this, so every time it will be printed in a new line. Slash n, then enter the number. I do 2 colon here, leave space here little bit, close this thing. Okay, so every time when the loop will run, it will display a message that enter the number. And it will be displayed in a new line. Now we need to scan the number. I write a scanf here. Scanf %d, comma, where we want to store the number, at the address of what? Variable name number. At which position? At j position. First time when loop runs, we want to store it at 0. Second time when loop runs, we want to store it at first position. Third time when loop runs, we want to store it at second position. Like that way. Fine. Now practically I will do and show you. Enter the number. I enter 1. Enter the number. I enter 2. Enter the number 3. 4 and 5 numbers I have entered. Then you can see the output right? It is displaying the numbers. And like this way you can take the input and also do the output using the for loop. Okay. Now here output also, if you want to display in different lines instead of in same line, then you can do /n. Okay, then it will display the number in different line. Then fine, we'll do it practically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see it has been displayed in separate line. So this is known as a single dimensional array, and like this way you can store the values in two different ways and also display the values using this method.